Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Back with another lesson. This will be straight to the point. You see on the screen, this is off Sky News, but I'm gonna let this play, this small clip, but this is off Sky News, and you know they're going into the Ozarks down there in Arkansas, and basically Esau is building a fortress, and it's just strictly for Edomites, and this is going on all through Babylon, through the U.S. right now. Esau is getting prepared, man. He's getting prepared because, civil war is coming. Civil war is coming. This is Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, but this is everybody's trouble. Everybody gonna get caught up into this. Everybody gonna get caught up into this, but Esau is preparing. He's preparing right now. Now I'm gonna play this quick clip, and as it says on the screen, these fortresses that Esau's building around Babylon are, they're strictly for whites. And they're telling you too in this little show right here that you have to be from Edomite ancestry. Your roots got to go back to Esau. But Jake, you better get prepared, Jake. Because all your major cities across here in the U.S. and Babylon, these cities are going to be on fire, man. They're going to be on fire. Let me play this.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land, building houses. They call it an intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far-right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land, and they invited me in.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US. Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own, for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear it is returning.
When you hear things like that, it causes you to be fearful. And you don't know who to trust.
Its founder says he is building a fortress for the white race.
See? And a fortress basically, this is a place of danger, a safe place from danger, or you know, a place from that it protect you from a attack. See, you know, Esau's building, and this is spiritual, man, because you know, this is Esau. This is the so-called white folks. This is their nature, man. They believe on carnality, you know, weapons, you know, some type of bunker or fortress that's going to protect them or shield them from what's coming. This is spiritual, man. Because Esau knows, you know, the writing is all over the wall in this place. The U.S. is one event away from this falling out the bottom of the bag. But this is spiritual, because Esau's preparing on a carnal level. See, and the Hebrew Israelites, the real servants, we understand that our help comes from heaven. This is spiritual, man. Our weapons are not carnal; they're not physical. But let me get this, because, you know, these cities and you know, these states and stuff across Babylon, you got civil war coming, race wars. You're going to have some Edomites that side with, you know, Jake. You're going to have some Jake's side with Esau, you know, and everybody else that's in it. And we see the whole political scandal that's going on with Trump and this whole Epstein and this whole immigration or migration situation. I mean, it's just you know, the Lord he's plaguing this place, man. And there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run. There is civil war coming to the streets, to the soils of Babylon, the U.S. The Lord, what he's going to do, he's going to destroy this place. Right now, he's destroying this place from within. The collapse has begun. This is the end of Esau's system. This is the end of his rulership. Let me go here real quick. Let me go here. This is Matthew 12 and 25. The words of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who is a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, a so-called Negro with dark brown skin and woolly hair. The Savior, the Deliverer, that's what his name means. These are his words. Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. See? Shall not stand. It says 26. It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? See? And this place is divided. On all levels, this place is divided. And you know, the civil war is coming. And you're going to have, in this time, see, this is why, Jake, you got to come back to the Lord, because when these cities catch on fire and martial law and, you know, these blackouts and things like that, and it's just total lawlessness, you know, a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, a lot of Jakes, man, that's in these inner cities and that's been in these inner cities their whole life, you're going to run. You're going to run. You're going to be trying to escape out of these cities, and then you're going to end up going into these rural areas. And you know who's out there? Esau. And he's already prepared. He's already prepared. And this whole time, you've been warned, man. You've been warned. And the Lord gonna give you right over into Esau, a lot of Jake's into Esau's hand, man, right in these type of places, and they're gonna end up doing whatever they're gonna have their way with you. Because like I said, this is 160 acres. They're just expanding in this rural area, building up a fortress. And more Edomites coming out there, strapped up, loaded up, ready to go. And here it is. You might be with your family or children and on the run and stumble into one of these places. See? And they're going to take full advantage of you. But, Esau finna get caught up into this. He's number one on the Lord's hit list. So this ain't gonna work, man. Because it's gonna be, in these type of places and these prepper communities and things like that, you're gonna have to fight, man, to the death. You are going to have to fight to the death. Let me go here. See, this is why, you have to have the Lord, man. But this is Esau's building a fortress. This is his so-called place of safety. Let me go here. Salakia. But I'll close out with this because this is our fortress, the Lord, the Savior, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This is our fortress, our Savior, our refuge. And it starts with the scriptures. It says I'll close out with this, Psalm 103 and 3. Psalm 103 and 3. This is the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, ultimately the elect, the Lord's chosen people. This is our fortress. This is our place of refuge, of safety. Psalm 103 and 3, it says, "For thou art my rock and my fortress." My fortress. It says, "Therefore, for thy for thy name's sake," you will have to have the name. See, the name. It says, "Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me." See? In this time, lead me and protect me in this time of danger. The Lord is our fortress.